When you reserve in a development, you'll get to sign a private purchase contract. On that private purchase contract, you should be able to get the exact date of the completion in writing. The developers will generally have a little bit of a courtesy period, which is acceptable for them to deliver the project slightly later, which could be anything from 3 to 6 months. This is something that you will have done with your lawyer, and if they're later than that, you can start claiming money back or legal action against them. Most new developments in Costa del Sol will have a bank guarantee, which simply means that your money isn't being transferred to them to use and build with. It's going to go to a separate bank escrow account, and only when they deliver the project, they will get access to all of the funds of all of the owners that have bought there. There's a lot of legal hoops developers need to jump through to even get to where they are now. So there's a lot of licenses that they need to apply for and get before they even can begin construction. It's all very, very scrutinized, and the lawyers, both on their side and on your side, will look through all of these documents even before you put some money down. It depends on which stage you find your project in and which unit you select, but generally, as a rule of thumb, it takes about 2 years to build an apartment complex and a bit less if it's a standalone villa. If a developer, for example, goes bankrupt or any other issue that they have, you have a bank guarantee, which means your money isn't with that developer. So no matter what they do, your money is with a separate bank entity in an escrow, which will be guaranteed back to you. New developments come with a 10-year warranty on the structure and other things such as pipes. There's also a warranty on the appliances in the apartment or the villa, which are generally by the default by the manufacturer around 2 years. A lot of developers will send you occasional updates with videos and how the construction progress is going. I personally like to send videos to my clients every time I visit their development or fly with my drone to show them a bit on how it's going. And anytime they request, hey Philip, what's the update? I'll go on site and I'll give them an update on how it's progressing. You definitely have to look into if there are any current existing restrictions on that area or the development that you're buying in. As a rule of thumb, most people that are buying here is a second residence, so there is some sort of interest in renting that out, but you need to be able to get the tourist license, and that's something that we can look into with your lawyer or your agent. There's countless lawyers on the coast which specialize in property transactions. I once heard a saying that never use your agent's lawyer, but I collaborate with an agency that makes my life easier. I know that they're doing their job whilst I'm doing mine on the property side. Choose the one that feels right for you. Yes, absolutely. You can buy a property on Costa del Sol for an investment, no matter which nationality you are or which country you come from. A lot of people are choosing the rental option because the rental market is very, very strong. But I also have clients that choose to buy something in the pre-sale or off-plan stages, wait for 2 years, and then sell the property once that's done with a significant amount of profit. Buying in Spain means you're buying in euros. So if your country has a different currency than the euro, you will be looking at some sort of currency exchange. You can do this through your bank or through currency exchange companies, but generally you want to look into that to avoid extra costs on that exchange rate and on the transactions themselves. If you're coming from Europe, most of the cell companies that I've heard of are giving you free roaming in Spain. If you're coming from overseas, perhaps you should look into getting a SIM specifically for your visit here. Otherwise, there are apps that you can use, such as WhatsApp, which is through Wi-Fi. However, speaking of the connectivity and things such as fiber optic, there's a lot of companies that offer that as well. The first person you should ask is your agent. Your agent should be able to assist with these things. It's part of their duties, the way I see it. If for whatever reason he can't help, he'll send someone in his place, or you will already have some sort of point of contact, whether that's a neighbor or a concierge or a handyman in that development that would probably be able to assist. I think it's also part of the agent's duties to help out with the daily life of things once the clients settle in. So I always encourage my clients to contact me if there's any problems. If later on they already have some sort of connection or in the community they'll have a concierge, these are also people that can help with these things and find you those contacts if it's a leak or a specific handyman for that, or if it's something to do with the AC repairman. Another good thing that a lot of people don't realize is that new developments generally have a better efficiency rating than existing properties. Developers are quite proud to show off which energy efficiency rating they have, even before you look at the property itself. Depends where you end up buying, but most developments are built in urbanizations or gated complexes, which normally feature some sort of security company and cameras 24 hours per day. I always highly encourage my clients to get a private security system such as Securitas Direct or Sector Alarm for their own house, and this is just to avoid any potential problems with squatters in the future. These are some of the most common questions I get as an agent from existing and new clients, so if I missed any of yours, feel free to drop me a message.